Hey guys, we're doing a watch party for today's game. I will be doing play-by-play, so for the best experience, sync my play-by-play with your video feed of the game. The chat is for subscribers only, and the final 3 innings of this watch party are for members only. So for the full experience and to support the channel, please consider becoming a member. And without further ado, let's get to some baseball. Lineup for tonight's game that tries to live up to the performance of the last couple of nights. DJ LeMahieu leading off. He was not invited to the party last night, 0 for 5. He is at third base. Aaron Judge went deep last night. He is out there in center field leading the league with 12 home runs. Anthony Rizzo is at first base this evening. He did not start last night's game. Picked up a triple in the first game of this series. Giancarlo Stanton, red hot, hit another home run last night. He is batting fourth. He is in right field. Josh Rainmaker Donaldson, he is your DH. He went deep last night as well. Gleyber Torres has looked so confident at the plate lately. He is at second base, batting sixth. Batting seventh, Joey Gallo. He has quietly been heating up. And behind the dish, Kyle Higashioka. He's also starting to swing the bat a little bit better. And on the mound, the star of our show for tonight's game, Jordan Montgomery, 6'6", 228 pounds, 29 years old, out of South Carolina. One of the Yankees' best pitchers this year. In 6 starts, he is 0-1, so no wins, but a 2.90 ERA, 31 innings, 25 strikeouts, but look at that whip, 0.935, less than a base runner per inning. He's been outstanding. He's going to make guys chase pitches in the dirt. He's been throwing the cutter more. He's been throwing the changeup more. And as always, that big Uncle Charlie is his strikeout pitch. Can't wait to see what Gumby's got in store for us tonight. Gumby Nation, rise up. The Nostra Derek prediction, Jordan Montgomery gets his first win of 2022. This episode is brought to you once again by our friends at Manscaped, who would like to remind you that summer is almost here, so you want to make sure those beach balls are ready and as smooth as Floridian sand. So head on over to manscaped.com and check out their Performance Package 4.0. It features the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker for your nose and ears, and also the most comfortable boxers you've ever worn in your life. And it even comes with the Shed travel bag. So once again, head on over to manscaped.com and use the code NYYRecaps. That's NYYRecaps, no spaces, for 20% off and free shipping on your order of the greatest male grooming package on earth by far. Don't take my word for it. Go to manscaped.com and use the code NYYRecaps. Your balls will thank you. How's it going, everybody? Was muted there for a second. Mic check 1 2. Looks like it's working. We're about, maybe a minute away from first pitch. Glad to have you in the chat. Full watch party tonight, all 9 innings, but innings 7 through 9 will be for members only. Looks like the White Sox have taken the field. I'll be doing play-by-play, and I will add a few game sounds here and there. When necessary. PC wants the Monty Mayaquimby voice, and he shall receive it. So we got some baseball ambiance in the background. We can do a little bit of music. We got sound effects for favorite hits and things like that. It'll be fun. Dallas Keuchel on the mound. He's 2-3 this year, 6.86 ERA for the White Sox. He always gave the Yankees fits when he was with the Astros. He throws a heavy sinker. It's not as unhittable as it was in previous years. Batting average against this year is .340. That's not good. That is not good at all. All right. So leading off for the Yankees will be DJ LeMahieu, hitting .282 on the year. 776 OPS. And for your best experience, go ahead and sync my play-by-play with your video feed. I'll be going live with the play-by-play as soon as something happens. I tell you what, the Yankees better put up some runs for Monty tonight because they never score for him. And this guy's got a 6.86. First pitch of the game. Inside, 86 miles an hour off the plate. Ball 1. DJ with 10 ribbies on the year. He's played in 30 games. So you guys are hearing the ambient noise. So you guys not like that? I put on some ambient noise for the background. Is not good? Okay, we'll pull it down. We'll go with some organ filler. It's 2-0 to DJ LeMahieu. 2-0 pitch. Strike at the top of the zone, 86 miles an hour. How do you guys feel about a little bit of ambient music there? It'll be a 2-1 pitch to Dallas Keuchel. Or from Dallas Keuchel. Another strike at the top of the zone, 85 miles an hour. Definitely doesn't throw as hard as he used to. It'll be a 2-2 pitch from Dallas Keuchel to DJ LeMahieu. Ground ball up the middle and base hit past Tim Henderson. We'll take it. Base knock, DJ LeMahieu. So Aaron Judge will come up to the plate. He is hitting .305 on the season. Judge leading the American League, the major leagues actually, in home runs with 12. First pitch to Aaron Judge, who is locked in, cut on and missed on the outside part of the plate. Looked like it might have been outside. Philly says Dallas K is a Yankee killer, specifically when he was with Houston. Never forget that wild card. Yeah, I think he shut down the Yankees in 2015 in the wild card game with Tanaka on the mound for the Yankees. It'll be an 0-1 pitch to Judge, fouled away. Sinker, 88. That's the hardest pitch he's thrown that I've seen. White Sox have a beautiful ballpark. Love their ballpark. 0-2 pitch to Aaron Judge. Bounces in there. 79 miles an hour. It looked like a changeup. I want your predictions in the chat for how you think Jordan Montgomery will do. Eduardo Reyes says, what happened to Tanaka? He is in Japan. He has about a 1.17 ERA in Japan this year. I just saw him pitch a shutout the other day. Check swing foul ball, 1-2. Jack Brereton says Yankees beat Keuchel in Game 5 of the 2017 ALDS. Yeah, I'll never forget that. That was a great game. He had been killing them for years, and they needed that win, and ended up having a great rally that night. They moved up on the plate, and that seemed to be his Waterloo. Hey, first down vote of the night. Love the haters. 1-2 pitch, cut on and missed by Aaron Judge. That was a changeup in the dirt, so there's one away. He was way out in front of that. They're showing a replay now. Judge completely fooled on that changeup. Philly Phil says 5+ innings, 2 earned runs for Monty with 7 strikeouts. Lynn says 5 2/3, 3 runs, 7 strikeouts. CC Art, I'm liking this one. 6 innings, 2 earned runs. That's what I would have said. Here steps in Anthony Rizzo. Takes a sinker outside. Rizzo hitting .232 on the year, but an .889 OPS. 9 home runs. Got off to a really hot start. Has slowed down a little bit with the power recently. But he'll come back around. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe if you're new. This one is bounced to first. Nice play by Abreu. They got LeMahieu in a rundown. Flips to second. Tags LeMahieu. And that'll do it. It is a 3-6 double play. No runs, a hit. And the Yankees go quietly in the first. We will be back after these messages. Let's take a look at Jordan Montgomery. All right, we're back. If you hear a little bit of ambient crowd noise, that's intentional. Just going for a little bit more baseball ambiance. Can't believe Jordan Montgomery doesn't have a win yet. 2.90 ERA. AV freaking out. Settle down, baby. It's first inning. Let's see how Jordan looks. Jordan Montgomery has been very efficient this year, averaging just about 13.6 pitches per inning. Gumby with very, very large ears. Yankees defense behind Jordan Montgomery. You got Joey Gallo out there in left, Aaron Judge in center, Giancarlo Stanton in right. That is the jumbo package. Third base, DJ. Shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Second base, Gleyber Torres. First base, Anthony Rizzo. Kyle Higashioka behind the dish. And Jordan Montgomery kicks and deals. Fouled away. Tim Anderson hitting .327 on the year. Run support in his 6 starts. He hasn't gotten more than 2 runs. It was 1, 1, 0, 2, 2, and 2. So Yankees need to score some runs for Jordan Montgomery today. 0-1 pitch is a curveball cut on and missed. 79 miles an hour. Nice bite. It'll be an 0-2 pitch from Jordan Montgomery to Tim Anderson. Working quick. Gets the ball back and steps right on the rubber. Cut on and line to left field. There's a base hit. That was a breaking ball. Kind of hung up there a little bit. And Anderson's too good a hitter to hang one. Anderson's a good hitter. That play he made last night in the hole to throw across his body and get the runner at first base was outstanding. AV being the negative Nelly in the chat. Give it a minute, man. Give it a minute. This isn't a doom and gloom thread. This is a good mood. We're here for Gumby Nation. Yohan Moncada steps in. THG says, who's your favorite reliever on the Yankees outside of Holmes? Holmes isn't even my favorite reliever. My favorite reliever right now is Mike King. I think he's outstanding. I also love Johnny Lasagna. First pitch to Moncada is just below the zone at 91. Sinker. Tim Anderson, a 79% career stolen base mark, 96 career steals. Fans got the Tim Anderson walk-off bobblehead tonight. It's pretty cool. It's with the Field of Dreams backdrop. 1-0 pitch is down and in at 92. Pretty cool. They're showing it on the TV now. It'll be a 2-0 pitch from Montgomery to Moncada. Could use a double play here. Nice little 5-4-3 double play would be nice. Cut on and missed. Changeup. Moncada has good speed. He was a top prospect coming out of Cuba. A lot of people thought the Yankees were a sure thing to sign him, but he ended up signing with the Boston Red Sox, and then he was traded as part of the Chris Sale package along with, I believe, Kopech. Got Fritz in the chat. What's up, Fritz? 2-1 pitch from Monty is a strike at the bottom of the zone. 2-2. Looks like the sun is pretty tough in left field tonight. Joey Gallo out there wearing shades. It's the only part of the field still covered in sun. Get a little organ music here. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. DJ up, fires to first. Got him. One down. One down. DJ retires the runner on a ground ball. Tim Anderson moves to second. 8 pitches so far for Jordan Montgomery. THG says, I remember the haul the White Sox got for sale. It was quite a haul. Jordan Baker, a hitter-friendly umpire, calls fewer inside strikes and fewer low strikes, according to the Yes Network. In steps Luis Robert, 287 on the season, 770 OPS. Monty fakes towards second. We're seeing the Yankees pay a lot more attention to the runners at second. Part of their concentration on the running game as a whole. Obviously, Anderson very fast. He will take third base if you give it to him, especially against the lefty. It'll be a 0-0 pitch. Fouled away. Nick Cannon says, who is on short today? That would be Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Nine pitches for Montgomery. It'll be an 0-1. Up and away. Missed badly. Higashioka had to stand up and catch that pitch. That one clearly got away from Montgomery. It looked like he was trying to go inside. Nabes says Monty gets pulled in 4. That's not very optimistic. Throw to second. Oh, it looked like he had him, but the ball was dropped by Gleyber Torres. I want to see that replay. They're going to show the replay here. Gleyber was creeping back towards second. The throw was right on top of the bag. Anderson probably would have gotten his hand in there anyway. But the throw kind of cut back towards Gleyber. It looked like it handcuffed him. So he was moving his glove this way, and he had to move it back this way. 1-1 pitch, cut on and missed. Change up down, 82 miles an hour in the dirt. 11 pitches so far for Jordan Montgomery. Just a reminder to subscribe to The Freeze. That's the official audio podcast of NYY Recaps. You can get post-game reports or post-game shows every night on that app. Listen on your morning commute. Going to have an interview with the guys from the 4 Train Savages tomorrow evening. That'll probably be live on Monday. Yankees take on the Orioles this week in Baltimore. A couple more here in Chicago first. It'll be a 1-2 pitch from Jordan Montgomery. Steps off. Nothing slows down the game like speed. That's what they say. I can hear an ice cream truck outside my window. Might have to take a break here. 1-2 pitch. Inside. Breaking ball. Breaking ball doesn't have a ton of bite tonight. It's just kind of rolling in there. It's got a nice big break, but it's not got that hard break into the dirt like we've seen when he's getting a lot of strikeouts and a lot of swings and misses. Two-two pitch from Jordan Montgomery. Outside, 3-2. Now, the Yankees didn't score in the first inning, but that might be because Giancarlo Stanton didn't hit in the first inning. He's hit first inning home runs in each of the last 2 games. I would have tried to get him in there in the first inning, I think. Although, he's been hitting fourth the entire series, so you just needed to get somebody on. Unfortunately, they did not. Nabe says, are box errors on the pitcher? They are not. 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. 92 miles an hour from Jordan Montgomery. Looked like a sinker. I got to say, I really like those pinwheels in center field at this ballpark. 8th pitch of the at-bat. To Robert. They call him Robert. This one is lined to left field, but it's foul. Just foul. Whew. That was close. Oh, hey. Yeah, that one just hooked foul. Maybe 6 inches. That was smoked. That would have been at least a double and an RBI. Nine pitches in the at-bat as of the next pitch. Forget the curveball, Ricky. Give him the heater. 16 pitches for Montgomery. That's about as many as you want to throw in an inning. You don't want to throw too many more than that. But, you can work through it. Have a quick inning next inning and it evens out. You want to have it at about 15 pitches an inning. That way you can go 7 innings and it's about 105 pitches. 3-2 pitch, fouled away. So what I'm seeing from Jordan Montgomery tonight is a guy who's around the zone but doesn't have a put-away pitch. He doesn't have a put-away fastball tonight. It's not coming in there, like we've seen it at times, 94. It's more 92 with some sink. His changeup is missing. It's missing off the zone away, so he hasn't been able to get swings on that. And his breaking ball is just not sharp. So, needs to come up with something. Changeup, bloop to center. That's a base hit. That's going to knock in a run. Judge up with it. He fires in, but it's cut off, kind of. Deflects off of Rizzo. So the White Sox go up 1-0. Griminator says Gumby will never get a win. It's the first inning, guys. How many times have we seen the Yankees down in recent weeks and then they come storming back? First pitch to Abreu is up out of the zone. I will say, Monty doesn't look sharp. Hopefully he gets comfortable, but he does not look sharp right now. It'll be a 1-0 pitch to Abreu. Abreu, one of the better RBI guys in baseball. It is a 93-mile-an-hour sinker below the zone. Philly says, typical Monty. Guy had a 2.90 ERA coming into this game. Just bad takes. Just really bad takes. It'll be a 2-0 pitch. Actually, he throws to first. Runner back easy. Yankee fans love to panic early. Got 9 innings of baseball, 8 innings left. That's why they don't play one-inning games. Gonna have to score 1 to win anyway. Not a big deal. 2-0 pitch. Popped up. Right center field. Drifting towards right. Stanton makes the catch. Nabes has been trolling a little bit too much. He's gone. Get off my bridge. So 2 away. Jordan Montgomery at 21 pitches. I still hear that ice cream truck outside, even with my headphones in. Hopefully you guys can't hear it over the microphone. Here's Vaughn. Your old Mother Hubbard, and only Vaughn's in the cupboard. Martin Lasora says, glad to see Stanton in the outfield more, and I 100% agree.
I wholeheartedly agree.
It'll be a 1-0 pitch to Vaughn. This one is hit pretty short to right field. It's going to dunk in there for a base hit. Robert goes to third. Vaughn stops at first. So tough inning so far for Jordan Montgomery. He's got runners on the corners with 2 outs. Like we said, just hitting too many bats. He's not putting guys away when he gets a couple of strikes on him. Not getting many swings and misses. And he's typically a guy who gets a lot of swings and misses. I'm just not seeing the bite on the pitches tonight. Here comes Grandal. I'll say this, I love the White Sox uniforms with the black top and the white pinstripes. Grandal fouls one away. Philly with another bad take. It'll be an 0-1 from Montgomery to Grandal. Strike. 0-2. Monty peers in. Runners at the corners. 25 pitches in the inning. Not doing himself any favors for pitching deep into this game. It'll be an 0-2 pitch. Kicks. Cut on and missed, and he gets out of it.
More of that, please.
So Jordan Montgomery gets a strikeout to get out of it, and the Yankees will come to bat trailing 1-0. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, so we're back. Giancarlo Stanton stepping in. Home runs in this series, 3. All of them over 100 miles an hour exit velocity, 115, 109, and 102. Steps up to the plate with as much swag as anybody on the planet. Dallas Keuchel steps in. I don't think Keuchel's got much to get Giancarlo Stanton out with. First pitch. Looked like a sinker just outside at 86 miles an hour. He's really turned into a soft thrower. I mean, he used to throw a lot harder than 86, 87 miles an hour. Nick Cannon says, do you have NYY Recaps hats? I used to, but I had to switch stores, and so I don't have any left. This one hit by Stanton to right field. Looks like it's going to twist foul. Hey, we got Pat in the chat saying good morning. How's it going? "22-minute half inning for the White Sox offense. So Keuchel had to sit and wait. It'll be a 1-1 to Stanton. And he takes a changeup right down the heart of the plate. I think the speed fooled him because that was a very hittable pitch. THG says, what's your thoughts on Volpe and Peraza's struggles so far this year? I don't think that I'm that concerned. It's early. They're both at new levels. This one is hit down the right field line, and it is a base hit for Giancarlo Stanton drifting over towards the wall, and it is a leadoff double as Stanton cruises into second. Base hit for Giancarlo Stanton. I just don't think he's got enough heat on that sinker to really get the Yankees too much. He's going to have to really mix his pitch as well. He had Giancarlo Stanton out in front, and it went off the end of the bat. He kind of cued it, probably the softest ball that Giancarlo Stanton will ever hit in his life, but it's his second double of the year. He's got 10 home runs and now 2 doubles. Kian Patel says exit Velo. I think he meant velo, but it's actually funny because it's exit velo. It's kind of like a double entendre. It's below his normal velocity. 73.4 on the exit velo. It was just a nice little two-hopper right over the first base bag. They were playing him way off the bag. And it's a base hit. Just reached out and tapped it. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Pitches down in the zone to Josh Donaldson. Donaldson playing much better. 4 home runs this season. Homered in back-to-back games. Average up to 233. It'll be a 1-0 pitch to Donaldson. This one chopped foul. How do you guys feel about the ambient background baseball noise? I thought it would be a nice addition. If it's annoying, I can turn it off. Just let me know. I'll take an instant poll. They're showing footage of Donaldson taking BP. He takes a mean cut, even in BP. Got humongous calves. Very strong. It'll be a 1-1 pitch to Dallas Keuchel, rocking the crazy beard. This one fouled away. I keep saying 2 from Dallas Keuchel. Last 17 games, he said he's hitting 281. That's nice. First 12 games, 174. So got up to a rough start. There's always an adjustment period for people coming into New York. Did pick up a walk-off on opening day. That was his moment. Been more consistent lately. 79-mile-an-hour changeup out of the zone, 2-2. Hey, we got Samantha in the chat. Got Fritz in the chat. Member. Anybody who has that little hat is a member. And innings 7 through 9 will be for members only. 1-2 or 2-2 pitch is cut on and missed. It was an inside cutter at 85 miles an hour. So Keuchel gets the K. 1 down. Keuchel rocking that beard like he's been trapped in a mine. Here comes Gleyber Torres, played in 30 games this year, hitting .240 with 5 home runs and 18 RBIs. Not amazing numbers, but much better than he had last year at this time. Frankie says, how's your back holding up? You know, I've been doing a lot of stretching today, so I'm feeling okay. Bat Boost says, how do you become a member? You got to go to the main page. Oh, actually, you can click on join. It's right next to the There's a button that says join right on the home page of the channel. I gave a little instruction on it right at the beginning of the broadcast. It'll be an 0-1 to Gleyber. I think Glaber's going to pick up a base hit right here. Nick says, you doing a full watch party? I am. I'm doing a full watch party today. I'm feeling better. I was not feeling great yesterday, so I thought, I'm just going to keep it short, but I'm feeling better today. So, going to watch the game anyway. Might as well do a watch party. It'll be a 1-1 to Gleyber Torres. Takes outside, 78 miles an hour off the plate. Change up. Hirsch says, what is the difference between a subscriber and a member? Subscribers are free. Anybody can subscribe. Members, it's $5 a month, and you get access to extra innings for the watch parties. You get a couple of extra videos per month. And support, general support for the channel. This one by Glaber's popped up towards right center. Should be an easy play. Giancarlo tags, but I think he's just drawing the throw. No, he's going to go to third. Here's the throw. It's cut off. It was offline. I'm surprised that he took third there. You don't want to make the last out at third base. And he doesn't run well. So Frankie's talking about my back. Yeah, I had kind of a bad back. It's tough for me to sit for extended periods of time, but you'll see me do commercials every commercial break, and during those commercials, I'll be doing push-ups. I'll be doing stretching. Joey Gallo steps in, Gallo. Who remembers Crazy Joe Gallo from the... he was a mobster in that Irishman movie about Jimmy Hoffa. Mods, if you guys could help with the questions on subscribing, the join button is right next to the subscribe button. 1-0 pitch is low, 87. Keith Khalif says, hi, I am new. Well, how you doing? Let's hear it for Keith. Thanks for joining. Keuchel steps off. THG says, wasn't he killed in Umberto's clam bar? Yes, he was. Hirsch says, Crazy Joe had more hits than our Joey. 2-0 pitch is outside to Joey Gallo, Gallo. 3-0. Gallo hitting .202 on the season. .30 pitch. Down low, so Joey Gallo draws a walk. So the Yankees have runners on the corners with 2 outs. This is a good chance to put a crooked number on the board. You got Isaiah Kiner-Falefa coming up. Probably not going to hit the ball out of the ballpark, but maybe he can find a gap. Joey Gallo runs well. You got to think he's going to be off the crack of the bat with 2 outs in the inning. So right now what we're looking for is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa to maybe look for a changeup or a sinker and drive it into the gap. That's what he's looking for. First pitch to IKF is a sinker at 88 miles an hour. Got a lot of the plate. So I'm working on doing more members-only vids, too. So I did one last week. It was called Members Only Monday. It was 2 weeks ago. But YouTube is really bad about, like, they even announced this, like, when you're making a members-only video, that it's not, it doesn't show up in members' feeds very well yet. So you kind of have to just go to the main NYY Recaps page, and I've got a section, a playlist, about 3/4 of the way down the page called Members Early / Members Only. Sometimes I put up stuff early for members. Sometimes I put up stuff that's only for members. This one is fouled away by IKF. But I try and add a little bit of value, but really it's $5 a month. So it's just really support for the channel so that I can do this full time, which is going to happen soon. Kaika with a 6.35 ERA on the season, 32 pitches so far in the game. It's a 1-2 pitch to Kiner-Falefa. And this one is looped to center field, but it's going to hang up there and be caught. So that'll do it for the Yankees in the second. 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 White Sox. I'll be right back. All right, we are back in Chicago. Jordan Montgomery taking his warm-up pitches. $85 degrees in Chicago tonight. Looks beautiful. I've been to Chicago a few times. I was in Chicago for when the Cubs won the World Series. I was actually staying at a hotel for work. You know, we had people on both sides of the country that needed to meet up, so everybody met in the middle of the country. First pitch from Jordan Montgomery to Pollock. Grounded to short. IKF picks, fires, 1 down. That's what you need. Nice, easy 1 pitch out to start off the second. Montgomery threw 26 pitches in the first inning, and he gets a nice, easy 1 pitch out to begin the second. Disgruntled YouTuber says, appreciate the content. Makes my days at work a little bit shorter. Appreciate that. Here comes Adam Engel, hitting .219 on the season. No power to speak of.
I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
First pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Frankie, we need to get a replay of that close-up they just had of IKF throwing over to first base. That was beautiful. You don't really, but if you're doing highlights. No post-game recap tonight. We're just going to do a watch party. And then tomorrow I'm taking the day off. I'm doing an interview with the Ford Train Savages. If you guys are familiar with that podcast, a couple of guys, they're pretty good. They had Jack Curry on last week. One of the best social media channels for the Yankees. And I like to have other content creators on. I'm a big believer that you got to grow the community, you know. A rising tide raises all boats. Hey, Vatboo became a member. Appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the support. We're trying to get, 1,000 members or so. We got 25,000 subscribers. Figure if 1 out of every 25 people can become a monthly member, that'll help me do this full time. Base hit to right field on a curveball for Engel. It was a 1-2 pitch. That's what we talked about with Jordan Montgomery. Having trouble putting people away. He's been getting the strikes, but just too much of the plate. If you look at the pitch over the plate on the screen there, you see it just right in the middle. And that's in a cold area for Engel, but he just kind of inside outed it. Engel does not look like a professional athlete. Looks like he should be working at a gas station or something. Josh Harrison steps in, hitting 164. We need to get members-only jackets is what we need. Alexander already calling it for the Yankees. No faith in a team that's been answering back. You really think they're not going to score just because they didn't score in 2 innings? Come on. Let's try and be a little less negative. That's not what this thread is about. We're here to enjoy the game and have a party. You wouldn't go to a party and just be like, this party sucks, this music's crap, whatever. You wouldn't do that. Come on, let's keep it upbeat. 1-0 pitch is a strike to Harrison. They're showing Meredith at Giordano's Pizza, which is a deep dish place. I had that in Chicago. It's delicious. A lot of red sauce, though. Had heartburn. It'll be a 1-1 pitch. This one is bounced right back to Monty. Fires to second for 1. That's all they get. He kind of bobbled it. It was a one-hopper. He knocked it down, and just having to pick it back up and fire to second, it allowed him to get the 1 out, but it took away the opportunity for a double play. But, he got the runner out of scoring position, so nice play. Slide went right underneath Gleyber Torres, who lifted his arm out of the way. Frankie says deep dish pizza is not pizza, it's a soup.
Just a bit outside.
Gonna have to go ahead and disagree there. Here comes Tim Anderson. He lined one to left field his first time up on a kind of a rolling breaking ball. You don't want to say hanging breaking ball, but it was just kind of meh. THG likes New York pizza better than Chicago pizza. I agree, 100%, but I do like deep dish pizza. I love Pizza Hut. I know I catch crap from Lori every time I talk about it. I think Pizza Hut is delicious. That nice. Who remembers going to Pizza Hut and you get that nice thick pan pizza with melty cheese, those red cups with some soda in it, those breadsticks that are just covered in Parmesan. Oh my God! I wish I had a drool Homer Simpson noise. Martine says, what's up? How's your day going? It's going good, my friend. It'll be a 1-0 pitch to Anderson. Montgomery at 35 pitches. Fouled away. Lori giving me crap about Pizza Hut. I love it. I think it's delicious. I don't give a shit what you guys think about pizza anyway. Pizza, every pizza is good, but I love Pizza Hut. But I eat a lot more New York pizza than I eat Pizza Hut. I just think it's a nice treat. 1-1 pitch, grounded foul. Bat Boo says he just joined. Welcome. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Dion says Godfather's great deep dish pizza. Don't think I've ever had that. They've got a new place near me where you can make your own pizza. Like they fire, what's it called? Wood fire. But you can add like all these fresh toppings. It's just really cool. 1-2 pitch bounces away. Runner takes second. So that's a wild pitch. Martine Kalunga says, have you seen the new Doctor Strange movie? I did. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was great. I got to admit, I couldn't get next to the character that was able to change universes or whatnot. I just didn't find her all that sympathetic. I felt like there should have been, if you're going to multiple universes, you need like alternate Hulks. You need an Iron Man that's still alive out there somewhere. Like you need alternate universes with all your favorite Marvel characters, and there just wasn't enough of that. It'll be a 2-2 pitch to Anderson. Ground to the third. DJ snags, fires to first, and Jordan Montgomery gets out of it. No runs, a hit, and we go to the top of the third. White Sox lead 1-0. All right, so we are back in Chicago. Lightning Samurai says 40 pitches by Montgomery after the second inning, but you have to factor in that he threw 26 in the first inning. So he improved in the second inning, 14 pitches. I thought I settled down a little bit. So here comes Higgy, hitting 170 on the air, 450 OPS. Not good. He lines one. Oh, what a play! What a play by Harrison to snag a base hit away from Higgy.
We spend $250 billion a year on defense.
Wow, nice play. What are you going to do? Got to tip your cap. Took a base hit away. That was a heck of a play. I tell you what, I could use a color commentator for these. All right, it'll be a 0-0 pitch to DJ LeMahieu. Takes a strike at the bottom of the zone, 86-mile-an-hour sinker. Martine says, are you watching the new Stranger Things? No, I haven't been into it since the first season. I don't like kids. I don't like, I don't like shows with kids. I don't like being around kids. I don't like to see kids. This one is grounded to short. And I just find child actors to be annoying. So 2 quick outs, and that'll bring up Aaron Judge. He hit it hard. What are you going to do? Right at him. Aaron Judge comes in at 303 with a 1.028 OPS. He struck out his first time up. Takes a sinker low. Aaron Judge leads the major leagues with 27 runs this year, tied with Betts, Harper, and Machado, 2 ahead of Mike Trout. Pretty good names on that list. 1-0 pitch is at the bottom of the strike zone for strike 1. Another sinker. Fritz says, you don't like Stranger Things? No, I mean, sorry. It's okay. We can like different things. I like Breaking Bad. I like Better Call Saul. I like, what do I like? I don't watch a lot of shows. Ozark. I like dark stuff. I watch a lot of, I don't even know what to call it, like those mini documentary type things about like history, like History's Greatest Mysteries. I like Ancient Aliens. I'm a big believer in aliens. I think they're here. By the way, I saw a trailer today for the new Jordan Peele movie called Nope. It's a UFO movie. Looks pretty good. It'll be a 3-1 to Aaron Judge. Changeup grip. Bounced up the middle. Snagged. Fires to first. And he makes the tag. So the Yankees go down quickly. 1-2-3 inning. Let's look at some more classic highlights. We'll be back in just a minute. So Lori says, Derek, do you watch Mystery at the Museum? I do not. I haven't seen that show yet. I've been watching a little bit of that new season of History's Greatest Mysteries with Lawrence Fishburne as the announcer. They had a episode about the Lindbergh baby, which I always found interesting. They had one on Jack the Ripper, which I found interesting. Unsolved Mysteries with Robert Stack, says Hirsch. Oh, God, I love that show. So I'm actually getting to your comments in more of real time now because I'm watching the comments on a separate screen. So I'm not watching them through my app, which is 30 seconds short. First pitch to Moncada. Swung on and drilled to center field and deep. This one has a shot. It is gone. Second row to center field. It is a home run for Yoan Moncada. Two nothing. So Moncada hits one 424 feet. That makes it 2-0 White Sox. Score is on the screen in your upper left. So tough start for Jordan Montgomery, and with the way the Yankees offense is swinging the bat whenever he takes the mound is not a good sign. First pitch to Robert is a breaking ball strike. That was just a fat pitch. They're showing it. It was right down the middle of the plate. He barreled it up. Moncada, a switch hitter. Second pitch to Robert. I keep calling him Robert. That's how I always pronounced it before I heard Michael Kay saying Robert. I don't know if Michael Kay is pronouncing it right. Like, who has the last name Robert? I think calling him Robert just gives it more flavor. More style. 0-2 pitch is high, out of the zone. Martine says, do you like history? I love history. Yankees have a 5-game win streak. It'll be a 1-2 pitch. Changeup outside. Actually, it was a sinker. 92 miles an hour. Had serious run. It'll be a 2-2 pitch to from Jordan Montgomery. Cut on and miss. There's the changeup. So there is a strikeout for Jordan Montgomery. First strikeout of the night. This Grenoble YouTuber says, what about drunk history? I like drunk history. I think that was funny. I like the one on Hamilton. That was a really good one. And do I like American history or world history? I like all history. I think I'm a big fan of the Titanic. I'm a Titanic buff. I've been getting more into British history. My wife and I have been watching The Crown. I studied Rasputin for a bit. Wrote about him in one of my books. 47 pitches for Jordan Montgomery, one out here in the third. It'll be a 1-0 pitch to Abreu, cut on and missed, 93 miles an hour above the zone. It's kind of nice being in here and streaming without all the blue lights that I usually put on. I've got the string lights on back here, but I usually have this pod spotlight that lights up the wall, and then I got an overhead light, but I'm kind of keeping it kind of low tonight because it's a watch party. I wanted that kind of, light vibe. 2-1 pitch, cut on and missed. Samantha T says, I'm obsessed with the JFK assassination. Samantha, I want to hear your theory on who did it. I contend that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. And I know that's an unpopular theory, but he was seen carrying a large, I guess, like a long rifle-shaped package. This one's fouled away. Into the Texas School Book Depository that day, which he said were curtain rods. No curtain rods were ever found. He had gone to his ex-wife's, I guess her roommate's house. He wasn't staying with her. I guess it was his current wife, but they were semi-separated. He had gone to her house the night before to retrieve his rifle from the garage where it was being stored. So he definitely was in possession of the rifle that day. This one is blooped to center field. That's a base hit for Abreu. Good piece of hitting. He fought it off. It was a four-seam fastball in. But, Oswald, people ask what was his motive. He was just a little twerp who wanted to do something big. He had taken a shot at another local politician in Texas and missed. Got some talk about the movie JFK. Says, but probably not really based on a true story. It was based on a number of theories, is what the director said, Oliver Stone. He said he based it on all the different theories, which, if the conspiracy was as big as they say it was, where were they having their meetings? Madison Square Garden? I recommend to anybody who's obsessed with the Kennedy assassination, like I was for a while, to read the book or listen to the audiobook for Reclaiming History by Vincent Bugliosi. 1-0 pitch to Vaughn is a strike. It'll be a 1-1 pitch to Vaughn. Strike. Top of the zone. I need some more good movie recommendations. I'm thinking about having a movie night. I'm taking the day off from recaps tomorrow. I work pretty much every day. I'm the only one on this channel besides Frankie who does my highlights, and shout out to Frankie. This one gets away from Higashioka. Another ball in the dirt. It's going to allow the runner to reach second base. Frankie says Basic Instinct. That's actually a really good movie. Forget the Sharon Stone part that everybody talks about. That's just one part of that movie. That's a really well-written movie. I've been into a lot of Kevin Smith stuff lately. Felipe says, how are you? Good night. Hello, how are you? Samantha says she's convinced that Oswald was a patsy. It's possible. It's possible. But I don't think so. But I you know what? Something that does get me is the direction of JFK's head when he gets shot. It just seems like it came from the front, but I've heard hunters say that, people can react, or whatever can react in different ways. But to me, it looked like it came from the front. And I've always wondered, what if everybody got it wrong, as this one is cut on and missed by Vaughn. Strikeout for Jordan Montgomery. Third strikeout. I always entertain the theory, what if two people showed up to shoot JFK on the same day? Just totally unrelated, didn't know about it, just a random coincidence. That would be one of the weirdest coincidences in history. We're going to get some music going. First pitch to Grandal. Strike. Need more movie recommendations, especially history movies. I like history movies. I like alien movies too, like anything that has alien. That's why I got so excited about that Jordan Peele trailer today. Watch the trailer for the movie called Nope. Next commercial break. This one is grounded to Connor Falefa. Fires to first, and that will do it. So Moncada goes deep. The White Sox lead 2-0 after 3. We are 1/3 of the way through. Reminder, innings 7 through 9 will be for members only. All right, guys, I'll be back in just a second. right, we're back. Hirsch says if there was a second gunman, how come they never came forward? Yeah, I think it was Oswald. Lori C says, watch Outlaw King on Netflix. I'd never heard of that. Dion says 13 Days again about the Cuban Missile Crisis. Love that movie. Kevin Costner. Fantastic. I've been really into this UFO thing lately. Going to be hearings coming up. So Rizzo steps in. He's hitting .230 on the year. First pitch to Rizzo is a strike on the inside corner. Sinker. Samantha says, watch The Men Who Killed Kennedy. I watched that back in college, back in about 2000. That was a great set of documentaries. Saw another trailer for an Adam Sandler movie, since we're talking to Adam Sandler in the chat, called Hustle. It's a basketball trailer coming to Netflix, I think June 10th. I'm a big movie guy, obviously. If you could see this room, there's just movie stuff everywhere. It's movies and baseball, but a lot of movie stuff. 2-1 is the count to Anthony Rizzo. Takes low. So Keuchel falls behind 3-1. Three-one pitch. Fouled away. Sinker, kind of a fat pitch if you ask me. Fritz recommends Mr. Robot, starring Rami Malek. I love Rami Malek. I don't know how to say his name, but he's a fantastic actor. Martine says, have you heard of the Phoenix Lights incident in 1997? Oh, yes. I'm very versed in all the ufology. I'm from the Hudson Valley. Lori C says, Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch. I started watching that, but I have trouble watching bad things happen to animals. So I couldn't continue that beyond season 1. There was too many animals dying and stuff. I couldn't do it. I have too much empathy for animals. I'm glad we turned this chat into a JFK conspiracy chat. I want to know who everybody's favorite Batman is. I've been watching a lot of Batman lately since the new Robert Pattinson one came out, which I think was great. Man in a suit more than any of the other Batman movies. But I've been watching the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs. Superman a few minutes at a time recently. Matt Chewy says, are you vegan? I want to be vegan. I'm just too picky of an eater. This one is a base hit for Giancarlo Stanton. His second hit of the game goes up the middle. Nice hit for Giancarlo. Disgruntled YouTuber says, have you watched Inventing Anna? I have not. My wife wants to watch that with me, and I've been thinking about it. Matt Shuey says Christian Bale. Hirsch for Real says Michael Keaton. I can't wait to see Michael Keaton as Batman again in the next Flash movie. Lori C says Adam West, a little bit before my time. Jordan says Superman is better. Yeah, I love Superman as well. I wish we had more of the Man of Steel movies. Here's Donaldson. 1 out, runner on first. 48 pitches for Keuchel. First pitch to Donaldson's a strike at the bottom of the zone. Laura V in the chat. Let's hear it for Laura V. Great takes every night. By the way, when members come in, I see Luke WS. When members come in, they get the applause. So welcome Luke WS as well. This one is popped up to left field. Fairly deep, but not quite going to reach the track. It's caught out there in left field. The Yankees offense continues to sputter for Jordan Montgomery. Keuchel dealing. ERA down under 6 now. Samantha says Christopher Reeve, best Superman. I didn't love those movies, but I thought he was a good Superman. Like, I thought, those movies had kind of aged special effects, and it's just tough to watch again. Somebody bought me one of them for Christmas, and I watched it like immediately. And I remember just thinking, oh, the special effects just haven't aged well. Although the Batman movies have all aged fairly well. I mean, I even like the Batman Forever movie with Val Kilmer. Oh, and 1 pitch to Gleyber Torres. Gleyber trying to pull an outside pitch, chops it foul. I'll tell you what, right now would be a good time for Gleyber to go long ball, tie this game up. Frankie Baseball says Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey are incredible in Batman Forever. Tommy Lee Jones didn't like Jim Carrey. He said, I cannot sanction your buffoonery. Ball gets away, and Stanton takes second base. Stanton running the base as well. Martin Kalunga says, what do you think about the Roswell incident in 1947? I think something happened. A few too many people have confirmed their stories that something interesting happened. It wasn't a weather balloon. CC Art says he thinks that Robert Pattinson is a great Batman, and I wholeheartedly agree. So it'll be a 1-2 to Gleyber Torres. Keuchel sets, kicks, fires. Sinker gets away. It's a ball, 2-2. Sean Browning says, did you like the Tombstone movie? I love the Tombstone movie. I love Westerns in general. Her says, what part of the Hudson Valley are you from? I am from LaGrangeville, kind of Beekman area. 2-2, fouled away. Baba Ganoush wants to trade Monty already, despite his basically 2.9 ERA coming into the game. Really good year last year. Having a good year this year. Everybody wants to trade somebody that have one bad performance. He's human. Nick Cannon says, Pattinson is a good Batman, but not a good Bruce Wayne. And I 100% agree with that. Like, I don't think they showed him as Bruce Wayne enough. I mean, I think it's partially because he's a kid. He's young. In that movie, he's just getting started as Batman. I think they'll evolve that character as time goes on. It'll be a 2-2 pitch to Gleyber Torres. Takes just outside. I'll tell you what, Gleyber Torres has been having some really good at-bats lately. He is taking close pitches in clutch situations, making the pitcher work. Three-two pitch, full count. Stanton off a second. Kicks, fires, fouled away. That was a cutter inside. Good job by Gleyber Torres just to get a bat on that. At this point, with the long at bat, you would take the walk to set it up for Joey Gallo because it's been a long inning for Keuchel. This has been a long at bat. 8 pitches. And if you send Gallo up, who's been swinging the bat a little bit better lately, you put the go-ahead run at the plate. This one fouled away. Actually, that's fair territory. It's going to be caught in right field. Little John Sterling there. All right, guys, I'll be back in just a minute. We are going to commercial. All right, we're back. We're talking about Morgan Freeman in the chat. See somebody reference Shawshank Redemption, one of my favorite movies of all time. We're also talking about Aaron Hicks, who's having a tough year. Jordan Montgomery comes into the inning with 59 pitches, 41 strikes, so he's throwing strikes, but giving up hits, not putting guys away with 2 strikes. So far, 3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. .1-0 pitch, outside. $1 Million Baby, that was a great movie. Boxing movie. I love boxing movies. It'll be a 2-0 pitch from Montgomery. This one is drilled to left field, right at Gallo, and he makes a stunning catch. Great play by Joey Gallo to dive and make the catch. That was a sinking line drive. And he went down on one knee as he was diving and made a really nice catch. Good job by Joey Gallo. Maybe that'll get the Yankees' momentum going a little bit. Samantha says, too bad Kevin Spacey was a perv. He was a good actor. I always say this. I love it when one of my favorite actors gets Me Too'd because that makes all their movies cheap. They start selling their movies for cheap on Amazon and stuff. Like when Kevin Spacey got Me Too'd, I got so many of his movies. That's just me taking advantage of the market economy, baby. It'll be an 0-1 to Angle. Angle had a base hit his first time up. And they say when you make a great play, you come up and hit a home run. So we'll see if Joey Gallo goes deep next inning. One and one pitch. Up out of the strike zone. 92 miles an hour. Be a 2-1 pitch. Martine Kalunga says, what is your favorite history mysteries? I think the Amelia Earhart thing is interesting. There's a great documentary on the History Channel. Maybe it's Discovery Channel. Maybe it's National Geographic. It's one of those channels. Called Expedition Amelia. 3-1 pitch. Fouled away. Where Bob Ballard, who discovered the Titanic, goes hunting for her plane. Spoiler, they don't find it, but just interesting. Nobody really knows what happened to her. Dion says The Negotiator was a good Spacey and Samuel L. Jackson movie. Love that movie. You want my blood? Take my blood. 3-2 pitch. Change up. Away. Sinker, it says. For ball 4. CC Art co-signs on the Amelia Earhart documentary. Here comes Josh Harrison. Got an interesting, funky batting stance. Sean Browning says Amelia Earhart totally disappeared with her husband, Radio Man. So I'm pretty sure Amelia Earhart was a lesbian. She was married, but she was they're pretty sure she was a lesbian. I don't think she eloped with anybody. Or, what's it, absconded? In fact, she didn't like her radio guy. They didn't get along very well. Fritz Walter says, did you see that movie where Samuel L. Jackson was a teacher? I think it was called 187. Yes, it was called 187, where he's a teacher and he gets involved in the gangs start like messing with him, so he starts picking off gang members one by one. That was a great movie. That and The Substitute. First pitch to Harrison's a breaking ball low. Martine Kalunga says, what do you think happened to Amelia Earhart? I think she got stuck and kind of stranded as a castaway on one of those islands out there. 1-0 pitch is up and away. Monty is frustrated. He's kicking at the dirt. He's shaking his head. His facial expressions are indicative of frustration. He's starting to get ticked off a little bit. If I were Aaron Boone at this point, I would get somebody up in the bullpen. Monty's at 70 pitches. And honestly, you just need him to get out of this inning. And then I think you can go to the bullpen. He looks frustrated. Bad body language is the first indicator that it's not going your way. It'll be a 2-0 pitch to Jordan Montgomery. Could use a double play ball here. Runner goes. Throw down. Not even close to in time. Runner stolen. Or second base stolen. Something I've been very interested lately, and I'm just going to talk about this for a while, for a couple minutes, because I just find it very interesting. I've been watching a lot of lectures from this guy, Nima Arkani Hamed. He's out of the Institute for Advanced Study at Princeton. And runner goes again towards third, but it's fouled away. And he's been doing a lot of research and math, and there's this thing in science called the measurement problem where you can't measure anything because the more energy you put into something, you get down to smaller and smaller scales. You get down to 10 to the minus 33rd centimeters. Anything more than that, you can't measure it because the energy required to measure is enough to create a black hole, and you destroy whatever your measurement. And so scientists call that no local observables in space-time. They'll say that means you really can't tell where anything is in space-time. And so they've been doing all these experiments with the Large Hadron Collider and other colliders in recent years, and they're trying to put 2 gluons in and get 4 gluons out and make predictions about where these scattering amplitudes end up, things like that. And they're finding that when you remove space-time from the equation, that it becomes a lot more simple. This one is ball 4 below the zone to Harrison. So you walk the number 9 hitter. Monty looks frustrated. He got first and second, 1 out. And here comes Matt Blake for a quick chat on the mound. So anyway, so what I'm getting at is science is kind of proving something that is kind of scary if you think about it. And that's that space and time are not fundamental reality, that there is something outside of fundamental reality. They have 2 geometric structures that they have discovered that are outside of space-time. One is called the amplituhedron, and one is called the cosmic polytope. And they are both just essentially mathematical geometric structures on paper right now. But they're showing that space and time in the actual reality that we're in is not fundamental, which means that anything that rises from space and time, like human beings, like all matter, is not fundamental. It means that what we're seeing is almost, you got to consider a simulation of some kind. So the Matrix might be real. And that's what I've been studying a lot lately, and it's really been blowing my mind. Pitching conference at the mound is over. Jordan Montgomery sets. Another pickoff throw to second. Glaber drops it again. I've also been watching a lot of Titanic documentaries. This time of year, I always kind of watch my Titanic stuff. I'm a Titanic buff, and I just love the old documentaries. There's a really good one called Secrets of the Titanic, narrated by Martin Sheen. William M. says, what's up? How's it going? Hirsch for real says, do you believe in time travel? I don't know. I don't believe in time. I don't think time is a real thing. And, you know, it sounds crazy, but it's not me saying this. It's, you know, it's the best physicist in the world. It's David Gross, who won a Fields Medal, won a Nobel Prize studying this stuff. There's something going on. We're inside of something. And when you put that perspective, that framework on the way you think and the way you go through your life, and you think that, well, none of this is really all of that important, it takes a lot of stress away. And then there's you know, stuff like I won't get into it, but there's interface theory from Donald Hoffman. There's a lot of stuff that's fun to think about, and it does hurt some people's brains. Laura says, when is Shark Week this year? Usually it's in July, maybe August. I used to love going down at my grandma's house. We would go pretty much the same summer every year, and she lives at the beach. And the Shark Week would always be happening when we were down there. One pitch, grounded to third, to second for one, on to first, double play. Montgomery gets out of it. Big double play. Let's hear it from Monty. Martini Colunga says, do you believe in the Bermuda Triangle? We'll talk about the Bermuda Triangle more after this break. We are back, and I have switched hats. This is the first time this year during a stream that I hadn't worn my Yankees hat. I was trying to break in this NASA hat, but I decided since the Yankees aren't really scoring runs, I would try something up. I would try and mix up the juju a little bit. Laura C says, we're in a Sims game. Something like that. I really think that we might be. It's stuff fits together a little too perfectly sometimes, too. Joey Gallo takes a breaking ball for a strike out over the plate.
I cannot hit curveball.
0-1. So Colunga says, do you believe in the Bermuda Triangle? I think the Bermuda Triangle is a real place, but I don't think that there's anything paranormal about it. When you statistically look at the Bermuda Triangle versus other sections of ocean, statistically it has essentially the same amount of disappeared ships and planes. It's just that it got a lot of attention. It's got a cool name. The mystery of Flight 19, those 5 planes that disappeared, I think As Joey hits this one to right field. It looked like it came off the bat better than it did. It's caught in right field. But anyway, Flight 19 was an interesting story. There was, I want to say it was 5 Navy bombers that all disappeared on the same mission. And they were reporting things about their devices not working right. I do think there could be something to that. You know, we don't really understand everything there is to understand about magnets and energy and stuff like that. So there might be something that causes, you know, things like compasses to malfunction and whatnot. IKF steps in and takes one low. Yankees bats really off to a slow start tonight. They're showing a slow motion replay of that, and it was a broken bat. IKF hits one up the middle. There's a base hit. That's what we needed. So now you got to get IKF moving. You got to get him to take second base. We forgot to play the hit sound. Yeah, that's going to be a knock. Hey, get down there. That 3-day stretch where we had some off days, some rainouts, I redid a whole bunch of sounds. I created this whole soundboard. I've got a stream deck now. I guess it's something that mega streamers use, or a lot of streamers. Like it has sound buttons and you can open up scenes and things like that. It's a lot easier than using my mouse. And, you know, I've got hand pain all the time too, so I like it. First pitch to Higashioka, takes low. Higgy swings and misses at a ball below the zone, 0-1. Dion says Keuchel throws slow, slower, and slowest.
Absolutely, hey.
Yeah, he's what they would call a pie thrower. Samantha says you're falling apart. I'm old, man. I'm 39. And I'm about probably 10 or 15 pounds overweight right now. I need to drop a few more pounds. I got a tonal. They're actually going to be a sponsor later this summer. And I've been working out on the tonal a lot. I love that thing. It's changed the way I work out. It's changed the way I feel. I feel great. I feel strong right now. But I definitely need to eat a little bit better. Martine Kalunga says, do you think Bigfoot is real? I think it's possible. There's a lot of weird cryptids out there that I think could exist. Cut on and missed by Higgy. He goes down on strikes. The thing about Bigfoot is we would have found a carcass, I think. I mean, unless these things live forever, you know? And right now, everybody's got cameras. You would think that there would be more pictures of Bigfoot, but you just don't see it. Lori C says gummy worms. I actually haven't been eating much candy. I've been doing really good with the candy, but I'm still working my way around pasta and things like that. I lost about 16 pounds since January 1st. I was up to about 215. I'm at about 199 right now. I like to get down to about 185. And I'm about 5'11". I feel, and I'm strong, so I know that weighs more than fat. So I feel like 185 would be a good weight for me. So I'm working on that. Former TSTV says UFOs are real.
I wholeheartedly agree.
And, the UFOs thing ties into some of these theories that we're seeing about space and time not being fundamental. If it turns out that space and time can be manipulated like an interface of some kind, then that would allow these crafts to do these weird physics-defying things because they're not subject to physics. 1-1 pitch, down and in. Eric C says, 16 pounds, how'd you do it? Well, I'm still doing it. Basically, I've been intermittent fasting. I don't eat after 6 p.m. and I don't eat before noon. And then my first meal of the day, I always try and make it something healthy, like nuts and fruit, things like that. But my dinners, I still pound that pasta and that Pizza Hut. Ugh. 2-1 pitch outside to LeMahieu. This has been a slow game. 2-0 here in the top of the fifth. Yankees not doing much offensively off of Keuchel, who, let's face it, is having a bad season. It'll be a 3-1 pitch to DJ. Strike over the outside corner. Actually, there's more down the middle, honestly. Got a lot of the plate. Samantha says she needs to lay off the DoorDash. 100% agree. Samantha says that UFOs might be real, but aliens might not be. And then somebody says, who pilots the UFOs? They could be drones, AI. AI is something I spend a lot of time thinking about too. I mean, they're getting to the point where AI is like the best chess player. It's the best Go player. When AI becomes the best at creating AI, at creating other computers, then we're in for some fun, because everybody's going to have their own robots. I mean, it might take 20 years, but Raymond Kurzweil's, he's a futurist who's pretty much always been on target with his predictions as when humankind would reach certain levels. 3-2 pitches low. DJ draws a walk. Anyway, Raymond Kurzweil says that by 2045, we're going to have the singularity, which is when, computers become the most powerful thing and AI kind of takes over. But he also says that humans could have digital immortality. Like, we might be able to download our brain to a computer or upload it to the cloud indefinitely, like in that show Upload. Martine Kalunga says, have you heard about the Travis Walton alien abduction? Yeah, that was interesting. He was out with a bunch of men, loggers working in the woods, and they saw a UFO. Apparently a beam of light hit him. He went missing for 4 or 5 days, turned up on a road. He failed a polygraph test recently. I saw it on TV, but he passed back in the day, and so did all the people that were with him. And he swears that he got abducted by aliens. Judge is the go-ahead run. Could use a 3-run bomb here. That would be number 13 on the year if he connects. Takes low. Judge is 0 for 2. Yankees 0 for 7 with runners on base tonight, after going 17 for 37 in the first 2 games. Not So Family Fun Vision says, computers are already smarter than us. I mean, you're almost right.
Just a bit outside.
That one's low. Computers, when given a very narrow focus, can be smarter than us. Like if you teach a computer to play itself at chess millions of times, it can improve faster than a human can. But general intelligence, computers don't have that yet. Consciousness, computers don't have that yet. So we're making progress, but computers at this point, they function better than the human brain at specific tasks like calculation, but they're not more intelligent than humans yet. Alexander says, who's ready to plug their brain into the metaverse? Yikes. I don't see myself using the metaverse. Former TSTV says, government stance is now they can't prove that the UFOs are aliens, but they're not Russians, Chinese, or anything in our inventory. Which leaves, I mean, there's essentially, they're saying, and this is going to be a 3-1 pitch to the Judge. This one is hit well but foul. They're saying that there's these things in the sky, and there's 2 possible paths. One, they're controlled by someone else on this planet, or that they're not. Well, or that we don't know. But if they're not controlled by people on this planet, then, the I don't know category, I mean, what could they be? I've heard the word ultra-terrestrials, maybe somebody who's been here longer than we have, maybe comes from the ocean or something. That'd be interesting. It'll be a full count pitch to Aaron Judge. Runners on first and second. They will be going. So a ball in the gap could score 2. This ball is low for ball 4. So Aaron Judge walks, and that will load the bases for Anthony Rizzo. Didn't mean to cut that off. Matt Chewy says, we go from aliens to JFK to computer AI. That means, hey, you got to fill 3 hours during a watch party. Last year, I remember we did one where it was movies and TV the whole time. It's fun to talk about random stuff. So base is loaded for Anthony Rizzo, who's 0 for 2, hitting .228 on the year. Hirsch for real says, La Russa has been around since the Ice Age. Yeah, I remember watching him in the 80s with the Oakland Athletics. I'll tell you what, a grand slam would really change things right here. I know we shouldn't hope for home runs and grand slams and set our expectations too high, but I really want a grand slam right now. I really would love to see him turn on one. I'm hoping he tries to throw that big curveball and hangs it. Nope, sinker down at the bottom of the zone for a strike. Samantha says, La Russa looks so miserable. He does look awful. 0-1 pitch. Down and in for a ball. 84 pitches on the night. 83 pitches for Dallas Keuchel. Laura V says she'll take another walk. Me too. 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Takes a big cut.
That wouldn't have been a home run in any other ballpark. I'm sorry, what? That wouldn't have been a home run in any other.
All right, so 1-2 pitch to Rizzo. Digging in. Looking focused. Keuchel steps off. I mean, Keuchel really taking his time. Two nothing White Sox here in the top of the 5th. About 2 hours in. 1-2 pitch. Outside. Keuchel up to 85 pitches. 2-2. This is the action pitch. You don't want to go 3-2, 2 outs. 26 pitches this inning. That's as many as Montgomery threw in the first. So this one is grounded to right field, and Harrison makes the play, and the Yankees go down without scoring. They leave the bases loaded. We'll be back in a couple minutes. They're showing replays of Dwight Gooden's no-hitter on this day in 1996. I remember watching that game. That was an awesome game. This has been a boring game. I concur with the chat. Hopefully the chat has been fun, though. Been fun talking about aliens, talking about AI, consciousness. We can talk about whatever you guys want. We haven't talked about video games on this channel. What haven't we talked about? We talked about a lot of stuff during these streams. TV shows. First pitch from Montgomery's cut on and missed. It was a curveball to Moncada, who homered earlier. 2 home runs on the year. Moncada is thick with 2 C's, man. This guy, he's a big boy. I've been watching a lot of Star Trek lately. The Next Generation is my show. I don't really watch the... I watched Picard. I didn't like it. The new show. Just didn't like it. Been watching reruns of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Working my way through that. CC Art says, what kind of music do you listen to? That's a good question. I have a lot of different varied tastes. Like, I'd say my go-to for workouts would be metal or hip-hop. Like, I listen to a lot of Eminem and Tupac when I'm working out. When I'm just going for a walk, I like oldies, like 60s jams. I listen to a lot of classical music. I like movie scores. Like, I listen to the Batman score a lot, Jaws score. I find that musical scores help me think as Moncada strikes out. Strikeout number 5, I believe. Might be number 4 for Monty. Jordan Montgomery at 81 pitches here. I like weird movies. I've been watching a lot of weird movies lately. I watched Tusk by Kevin Smith. I actually went to go see that in the theater in San Francisco. I was the only one in the theater. And I remember I was very sick that night. I don't know what I was thinking going to the theater. But this was 2016. It was before COVID. I didn't even think about it, you know. And it was like midnight, and I think I was the only one in the theater. And it's about this podcaster who gets transformed into a walrus. That was before I started podcasting. 2-0 pitch is a strike. Nick Hartung says, why can't we ever give Monty run support?
I hardly agree.
We got to start hitting for him. Clark Schmidt warming in the bullpen. Matt Donald says, voicemail number 718-799-1068. So Alex likes Deep Space Nine. I never really got into Deep Space Nine, but I've watched a few episodes. I like Captain Sisko. I like that it had Worf. 3-1 pitch is outside to Robert. And Higashioka is coming out in front of home plate. He's looking at the dugout, and here comes Aaron Boone, and he's bringing the hook with him. That'll be it for Jordan Montgomery. He leaves. The Yankees trail 2-1. I'm going to stick around during this commercial break and just take some chats. So if you guys have any questions, let's do a quick AMA. Just bring me anything you got over this. I'll answer as much as I can over the next 2 minutes. Dion says, good job, Monty. It was an okay job. It was, 4 1/3, 2 earned runs, 3.06 ERA, another no decision or a loss. No run support. Now watch, the Yankees are going to score some runs next inning when he's out of the game. Showing the Larry David commercial. I like that. Apparently I was muted. Dion says, what else do you do, Derek? I don't do much. I'm in marketing. I love it that, like, I was muted for a second and now I see, like, muted like 20 times in the chat. I guess it took you guys a minute to realize I wasn't talking. But we're back. Jordan Montgomery looks upset with himself. Not a lot of first pitch strikes, just 11 of 21. 3 walks, that's more than we're used to seeing from him. All right, so we got a runner on first with 1 out. If we can get a ground ball here, get a double play. Eric C. says, just curious, which software do you use for your video editing? So I use a combination of things, but mostly Final Cut Pro. My Yankee says, why do you think most of the time when Monty pitches, he gets no run support? I mean, that somebody just asked that a few minutes ago. I think I was muted. I don't think it's a personal thing. I think it's just bad luck. He just happened, you know, David Cohn always says, not how you pitch, but when you pitch. Hirsch says, how do you YouTubers make money besides super chats and memberships? So we get a share of the ad revenue. Once you get to 1,000 subscribers, you become eligible for a YouTube partnership. And then YouTube runs ads on your video, and you get a fraction of the money that advertisers pay. And then merch, memberships, all that stuff. That's one of the reasons I'm trying to build up the membership. You know, I wouldn't even need super chats if we had 1,000 members just paying $5 a month. You know, get your membership, and then you never have to super chat again. If I can get $5 from 1,000 people a month, that would help support this channel enough for me to be full time, which I'm trying to do by the end of the year. Matt Shuey says, thank you for providing the community. Keep tabs on the Yankees. No problemo. There's a lot of great Yankees channels out there. A lot of people working hard to do this. And Eric C says, yes, Final Cut Pro only works on Mac OS. This one hit well towards the gap in left field. Gallo over, makes the catch, gets the ball in. See, we got a voicemail that just came in. I'll listen to it after the game. Clark Schmidt has looked better this year. 1.04 ERA on the season so far. Yeah, all I try and do with this channel, look, I'm not trying to start a gigantic company. I don't consider myself a competitor to like John Boy Media or anything like that. I'm trying to just make quality videos that people want to watch, and I believe that because it's a video medium, you should have the best quality video production that you can provide. So I always try not to not to half-ass it on the video. Davey Streb says, how do I subscribe? Well, first of all, Davey, I think you're already subscribed because you're able to chat, and it's for subscribers only. But if you're trying to join as a member, just click on join. It's on the main YouTube page. If you go there from a computer, it's a lot easier. You'll see a button that says join. Just click that. So it's 2-0 to Vaughn. Who is 1 for 2. Good breaking ball. Looked like a slider on the outside corner for Clark Schmidt. I tell you what, I'm not doing a recap tonight, but it's weird watching a game and not taking notes furiously. You know, when I'm watching the game, and I'll do a making game night documentary one of these days, where I film the entire process. But I essentially write my recap while I'm watching it, and then I read it. I try and deliver it well. But I always try and, weave it with the game and the flow. You don't want to, have every detail because then it becomes too long of a recap, and you don't want to not have enough detail. So it's a lot of typing, and that's why I'm always wearing gloves. I'm not wearing them tonight, but my hands all swell up. 2-2 pitch, popped foul. Davey Streb is a member. Welcome. Every new member gets a round of applause. Looks like Clark Schmidt's been working out. He looks stronger. You can see his traps, his shoulders look very strong. This one fouled away. Yankees need to get some runs going. Dion says, you must miss some stuff and have to rewatch it, I would think, Derek. So, it's interesting. What I'll do is I'll have the game on my phone or my tablet if I have to leave the room. So, I'll bring it with me. Otherwise, it stays on the TV. And then, if I have to take the dogs out or something, I'll bring it on my phone. And MLB TV is amazing. I can just watch it on my phone while I'm walking the dogs. Or I'll put it in my pocket and listen to it, and then, if it comes up a key situation, somebody hits a home run, I'll pick it up and look at it. Dion says, Florial looks bigger and stronger to me, too. Yeah, he's been eating well in Scranton. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Clark Schmidt. So we go to the 6th inning. We're going to take a quick commercial break. I'll be right back. All right, so we are between innings here. And a little while ago, we were talking about how after this game, I'm going to stay up and watch movies all night. I slept in today for a bit, and I've been relaxing. I took a nap before the game. So I'm going to stay up and watch a couple of movies tonight. I'm going to have a little double feature after the game. I need your movie suggestions for tonight. Jackson says, thank you so much for all the content, all the time you put into this channel. Guys, thank you so much for supporting this channel. I've never done anything successful in my life, and this is the first time I've, really gotten to take something I'm passionate about and turn it into something that other people are able to share and enjoy. So, been a ton of fun. So, round of applause to you guys. Hirsch says, do moderators get paid? I wish I could pay the mods. I try and send swag whenever I get a chance. Giancarlo steps in. He's 2 for 2 on the day. He's got half the Yankees' hits. Hitting .297 now on the season. He's hitting .297 and Judge is hitting .300. How about that? Guys are fantastic. OPS up to .901. Programmer says Ratatouille. I've never seen Ratatouille. Smokey says Incendies. Truman Show. I have the Truman Show. I might give that a watch. That sounds like a good one. Kind of slow, though. I like Jim Carrey, but I know a lot of people love his dramatic roles. I don't really. I thought he was pretty good in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but other than that, nah. The Andy Kaufman one was good, too, although it's kind of an impression that's different. 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Good cut from Giancarlo. So Kendall Graveman in the game for the White Sox. White Sox bullpen has been beat up over the last couple of days. Christian Mazglov says The Gentleman is a great one on Netflix. I saw that in theaters. I love that movie. Hirsch says Man on Fire as Giancarlo strikes out on a hard sinker in. Man on Fire was great. I love when Denzel, let's say, gives that guy a present where he doesn't want it. Joe Bryan says, you may not know a lot about this, but what's your opinion on Russia asking for the Merchant of Death for Brittany Griner? I honestly don't watch the news. I'm sorry, guys. I find the news to be too depressing, and it seems like everybody who watches the news becomes obsessed with political shit, and I just don't like it. I just don't want to hear about it. I mean, I know there's a lot of shit going on in the world, but that's just part of the human condition. I mean, we're apes with guns and nuclear weapons. So, I mean, like I was saying before, if you really don't believe that space and time are fundamental and that there's something, this is just like a momentary thing that we're stuck in, it doesn't worry me too much. Whatever happens, happens. I can't save the world, so I don't worry about it. 1-0 pitch to Donaldson, fouled away. Emmanuel says, you had a game today? No game today. I'm actually not going to play anymore this summer. I've got a couple of injuries, but I'm going to take Sundays off still. I had to retire midseason. I've got too many injuries to play. I hadn't played baseball in 2 years, and my toenail fell off, and I've been having shoulder issues. AV says, have you ever been to Mississippi? I have not. I try not to go places where they still only count 3/5 of the population. Base hit to right field for Donaldson. Lori says, space and time are fundamental if you wish to get paid. Unfortunately, we're all living inside of the interface, and we have no option but to exist within whatever we're in right now to play by its rules. Comes Gleyber Torres. This one is grounded to short, to second for one, on to first, double play. Well, that was tough. I mean, that didn't even really get a chance to to sit down and get into the groove of things, and we're already in another commercial. So I'm not going to go to another commercial break. We'll just sit here and do another AMA. Yeah, AV says, I'm not a fan of Mississippi. I think they need to treat their people better. I don't like a lot of places in the South, and that there's a lot of antiquated stuff down here that I'm just not into. I'm big on human rights. I'm big on treating everyone with respect. Laura C says, I think they remade Firestarter. Looks okay. Wanted to watch it. Not sure. Is that the one that originally had a baby of, what's her name? Not Meg Ryan. Drew Barrymore, maybe? This has been a slow game. Yankees down 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Easy Cheese says the world needs mushrooms. Amen, brother.
Absolutely. Hey.
I think this soundboard that I put together, I think the Rocky sound is my favorite new one.
Absolutely. Hey.
My favorite one. That guy's great. Nick says, it kind of stinks with how great of a start we got off to. Not really that far ahead of the Rays. Well, I think we were 4.5 coming in. What are the Rays doing today? Are they even playing today? I don't see them listed. Hang on just a second. Oh, they lost 5-1. So I haven't seen the updated standings. Yankees are either 4.5 or 5 ahead of the Rays, which is pretty good considering, only 20% of the way through the season, essentially. I've got another Rocky one that I haven't had a chance to use. You guys want to hear just some of the ones I haven't used yet? Here's Rocky.
I gotta go now, but don't you leave town, huh?
Let's see. Which other ones do we have? I have data for when new people join.
Greetings.
This one is popped up to second base. Glaber waits. Glaber catches. 1 down. See which other ones we've got. I've got a sound effect if the Yankees score, but I won't play that until they do score. I've been playing it as whenever I give the recap and I mention the first time the Yankees score, I play the run. First pitch from Clark Schmidt. Strike. Slider on the outside part of the plate. Oh, 1 pitch. Below the zone. One pitch. Inside. 2-1. Dion says, Rays are a solid team. They really are. They're good every year. They play the analytics game well. This one fouled away, 2-2. Carlos says, do you play fantasy baseball? And if so, which Yankees are on your team? So I really don't have time for fantasy baseball. I used to play fantasy baseball a lot, but I haven't played in the last 3 or 4 years, unfortunately. I play MLB The Show a lot, so that's kind of my fantasy baseball. This one grounded to short. Nice pick by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Fires across. Nice play.
All right, nice play.
Nice job. Yankees got to get on the board here. Really nice job by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa there. Looking a little bit more sure of himself on defense today after a couple of tough outings. I think the Yankees are going to break out for some runs here. I mean, you don't get shut out after putting up 25 runs in 2 days. Clark Schmidt deals, and Higgy drops it, but it's a strike. Derek Q says, what are your thoughts if the Yankees kept Vasquez at shortstop? They were never going to do that. He's just not – he's not a star player. I mean, he's not good enough, really, essentially. 0-2 pitch, or 0-1 pitch is a strike, 0-2. I don't want to say that he's not good enough because he's a major league player. He obviously did a nice job, but I don't think they view him as better than IKF. Wander Franco is amazing, Dion. I've been watching so many highlights of him. He's so good. He's definitely the future. It'll be a 1-2 pitch. Clark adjusts his protective cup. And just a reminder, innings 7 through 9 are for members only. So in just a minute, as this one has popped up, we are going to switch over to the members only chat. If you would like to continue, you must be a member. I'm going to go ahead and switch this over right now. So thanks to everybody who joined who is not a member. And stick with it. Hang on just a second. Everybody else, I'll see you on Monday. The Yankees will play the Orioles. And if you are in the chat and you're not a member, it's about to go dark here as soon as I figure out how to do it. There we go. All right, good night to the non-members. All right, if you're still here, say hi in the chat. Glad we got rid of those freebies. Just kidding. All right, we're seeing the commercial where Shaq is singing now. I don't know how much more of that I can take. I've seen that about 12 times this show. So I'm glad we have enough members now that this can still be a pretty respectable group. So if you're in the chat, you're a member, make yourself heard. I'm going to let my hair down a little bit. It definitely dwindles down the group the last couple of innings, but, you know, it's more of an intimate conversation and gives the members more of a chance to interact. So, Laura V., I remember you saying you were going to a game recently. How did that work out? I want to get up to Yankee Stadium. I was going to go June 11th, but they're playing Cubs. I thought that would be a fun trip. My dog, Cece, is in poor shape right now and having difficulty walking and needs a lot of care. So I decided to postpone, this year at least, so I could spend more time with her as Graveman deals a strike. That was a sinker over the inside corner. I suppose we could probably remove some of the Monty imagery from the chat, but it's over. And this one is chopped towards first. Gallo hustling, but he is out. Laura V says, the last one I was at was the garbage throwing game. Now, where were you sitting? I want to hear your story. I got into somebody about this. He contended that the incidents in left field and right field were not related. But, you got to put it in perspective. I mean, it's only about 200 feet away. So, I mean, if fans start going at it with the left fielder, of course the fans are going to go at it with the right fielder. It's just kind of, it bleeds over. I would love to hear your story in the chat. I'll read it if you post it. IKF takes a strike. Own 1 pitch. Another strike on the outside corner. Graveman looks good. Laura says, I hope that's just a commentary on the game and not on this chat. 0-2 pitch. Caught on and missed from IKF. He goes down swinging. Yankees play at 2 p.m. tomorrow. I'm not going to be doing anything for the game. I'm just taking the day off to watch the game. Sometimes, doing this for the last 3 years, it's changed my favorite activity, which is watching Yankees games. Like, I rarely get to just watch a game and sit back and enjoy it, have a nice meal. But I want to watch Nasty Nestor tomorrow. I want to watch him unencumbered by any responsibility. So I think I do, probably 10 videos a week, including 4 or 5 live shows usually. I still feel guilty when I take off Sunday because baseball is a daily show, and that's something I struggle with. Like, you see other channels doing stuff and you don't, it gets to you. But I think my audience understands that I'm just one person, and occasionally I need a day off. Laura says, I was in the right field side. The two issues were completely related. Fans in right side were still kind of talking crap and razzing them. Interesting. Yeah, I was arguing with this guy, and he said it was 2 completely different incidents. And I said, you're kind of naive if you believe that. This is New York City we're talking about. He's lucky. Oh, swung on and missed. And he was lucky all they threw was trash. Welcome to all the members who stuck around. They're showing Moose Skowron with Paul O'Neill. I'll tell you what, Moose Skowron, great Yankee. Weird looking face. 2-2 pitch. This one is grounded. Moncada makes the play, and the Yankees go quietly in the 7th. 7th inning stretch. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. So Jordan is training to be a pilot soon. That's interesting. What type of aircraft are you trying to fly? I think once artificial intelligence really takes hold of flying, I'd be a lot more willing to do it. You know, I want to be able to just sit back and not have to think and just fly around. But I don't trust human error. I just don't like flying. Especially in like, single engine planes, things like that. They're showing a girl on TV who got struck by lightning. I remember when that happened. I remember Brian Hoke posted about that. So Clark Schmidt's still in the game here at the bottom of the 7th. Yankees being shut out. This one is grounded to short. IKF throws over to first. One down. Quick out. Jordan's going to be flying a Cessna. Ever since Kobe, I'll never get in a helicopter. First pitch to Anderson is a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Cut on and missed. Strike 2. My dad used to fly airplanes. I got to go up in a plane when I was a kid and get to like steer or whatever, but I just didn't like it. 0-2 pitch, grounded. Nice play by IKF. Throws to first, but not in time. He got there quick, but Anderson is just too fast. That's going to be an infield single. All right, we got a visitor. This is Joba the cat. Come on, Joba. I think this is what he does. It's hard for you to see. Hang on. He just sits here and waits to come up. Dion says IKF looks solid, and I wholeheartedly agree. This is what you always fear with a watch party. A game that's kind of boring with no action. Laura V says, how many pets do you have? I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. We have this cat, Joba, is, I want to say, 15 years old. We got him in 2007. We have a cat named Lucky, who is, I think, a year younger than that. And then we have 2 dogs. One of them is 10. That's Cece. She's the one that's struggling a little bit. And we have one named Pepper. She is 5, full of energy. Jova's happy to be up here. I usually don't let him sit on my lap when I'm doing my live streams. It'll be a 1-0 pitch from Clark Schmidt. Up high. 2-2. Two-0 pitch. This one's hit well to right field. Stanton over, can't get there. Way too slow. Drops in there. Stanton gets it into second. Stanton can't run at all. I feel like Judge might have been standing under that. Laura V says 3 cats and a dog. We had 3 cats for a while. We had 4 cats at one point. We had 4 cats and 2 dogs. We call it the menagerie. Moncada killing the Yankees in this series. 2 for 4 today. Robert steps in. Need a double play ball here. Slider outside. Be a 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Shallow center. Aaron Judge comes in, makes the catch. Will they challenge his arm? Here's the throw. Runner just deked. He heads back. So here's Abreu. He steps in. There's 2 outs, so got to get this guy out to get out of it. Laura V says they're like a car on blocks with a revving engine tonight.
Absolutely. Hey.
Yeah, they look awful. Popped up. Glaber waits. Glaber makes the catch. Nice job by Clark Schmidt. I don't know if he'll be back in there next inning, but so far, 2 1/3 of scoreless baseball. His ERA on the season, 2 2/3 now with that out. His ERA down to 0.82 on the season. What do you guys want for this commercial? You want just hang out, or you want to watch more highlights? I guess by the time you decide, it'll be half over. I'm just going to stick around. Woo. Let's say hi to Joba. Dion says, bloop and a blast. That's all we need. We got DJ coming up, followed by Aaron Judge, Anthony Rizzo. I'm feeling good about it. I'm thinking Giancarlo Stanton goes deep this inning. Kendall Graveman's still in there to pitch, it looks like, according to MLB TV. We'll see, or MLB Game Day. We'll see if they swap him out. Yeah, this is one of the reasons I don't really do a lot of watch parties, because, like, if it ends up being a boring game, like, if you guys watch my post-game streams, I try and be fast-paced, entertaining. Like, I try and, make it a lot of fun, but when there's a game like this and there's just not much action, it can get really boring. I end up having a lot of dead air. Fritz says cold bats are just sloppy. I mean, I just think they didn't get a lot of pitches to hit. Keiko was just making good pitches. They chased some balls out of the zone. They've got to, make them throw strikes. Got to give them credit. Yankees just 5 hits. But if you don't score now, it's on you. You got 2 innings to do it, 6 outs to get 2 runs and at least tie the game. Joe Kelly in the game sporting a 27 ERA. Yankees with 27 championships. I like that omen. 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. Still a bitch. I just don't like him. Members get the unrated version. The red band recaps. First pitch to DJ. Strike 97 right down the middle. Oh, 1 pitch. Chopped. Over to third. Easy play for Moncada. 1 down. That'll bring up Aaron Judge. But even if he goes deep, you're still down by 2. So you want Aaron Judge to just have a good at bat, get on base, make Joe Kelly work a little bit. Laura V says, are you going to do more watch parties if they get into the postseason? I will, but I'll probably open them up to everybody. But I probably won't do the whole game. I'll probably do like first 5s because I'm still going to want to do a recap. Recaps are my bread and butter for the postseason. But I'll definitely do some, we'll do some watch parties. I might do like first 5 every night or whatever. That's one of the great things about this channel. I can just do whatever I feel like doing, Jordan says he remembers Tim Wakefield owning us. Didn't own Aaron Boone. 1-0 pitch to Judge. Inside at 98. It'll be a 2-0 to Judge. Let's get some organ music. 2-0 pitch. Strike. 98 miles an hour. Job is sleeping. He's got his head resting on that armrest. All right, it'll be a 2-1 pitch to Judge. This one is lined through the right side for a base hit. Man, that's going to be a knock. Hey, get down there. Judge beats the shift. All right. His first hit of the night. I'm kind of glad that we did a watch party, though, not a recap, because there's not a lot of highlights. Yanks have won 5 in a row. Nice job using the opposite field for Judge. That'll bring up Rizzo. Come on, Rizzo. Turn on one, baby. Tries to. Cuts and misses. Rizzo down to 226. It is not what you want. Oh, 1 pitch to Rizzo. Cut on and missed. Just a bad hack. He's just not having good at-bats right now. He's looking like the Rizzo from the end of last season. He was looking for something low and in. I mean, that's a pitch that lefties can do some damage on. He's a tie and run. Laura V says that assistant scouting job is posted for the Yanks. You should do it. I don't want to do a job. I don't want to be a scout. I'm a YouTuber. I don't ever have to leave my living room. I love it. 0-2 pitch. This one is grounded. Through the hole for a base hit. Judge will move to third. It's a base hit for Rizzo. And the Yankees are threatening.
That's gonna be a base hit.
Runners on the corners with one out for Mr. Giancarlo Stanton, and we predicted a Giancarlo dinger. Yeah, people keep telling me I should work for the Yes Network and all that stuff, and it's like, if the Yes Network wanted me, and they were willing to pay me to do stuff from home, I would do it. But about the only job I would leave NYY recaps for is John Sterling's job. That's about the only job I would take. Giancarlo Stanton, 2 for 3, hitting .294, 10 home runs, 30 ribbies. Now would be a good time to run into 1G. Come on, let's go. Here's the pitch to Giancarlo. Up and in. And Giancarlo didn't like that, looking back out at Joe Kelly. Up and in. Tight one. Laura V says, will he go deep? I hope so, man. That would be amazing. I got a button ready. 1-0 pitch. Inside at 98 off the plate. Stanton is clutch. We know that. We've seen what he's done in the playoffs. Stanton a little bit more closed than he has been recently. Kelly steps off. He gets some dirt on his fingertips. Lori C says, I will settle for a base hit.
I hardly agree.
Absolutely. Hey.
I'll take it. Come on, G. G unit. 2-0 pitch. Bloop to left field. There's your base hit. Judge will score. I know we're playing Yankee Stadium sounds in Chicago, but you'll have to live with it. Yankees on the board. It is 2-1. Stanton 3 for 4 on the day. And now's when you wish you had LeCastro to pinch run. They might pinch run Marwin Gonzalez at first base because he's the go-ahead run. So that's what I would do if I were Boone. I would pinch run for him because if you get a ball in the gap here from Donaldson or Torres, you want that runner for first to be able to come all the way around and score. That knocks Joe Kelly out of the game. So not a good start or not a good appearance for Joe Kelly. I will be right back. Let's look at some Monty. All right, we are back. So we did have a pinch runner for Giancarlo Stanton. They haven't said who it is yet, but you just saw him in the dugout. Liam Hendricks in the game. Pretty good pitcher, 4.61 ERA though. He's allowed 10 game-tying or go-ahead home runs in the 7th inning or later. Or was that the White Sox? I might have misread that. Here's Donaldson. Could use a 3-run poke from Donaldson. Fouled away. Going to be an 0-1 to Donaldson. Runners are going, and they're going to both steal. It's a double steal for Rizzo. And whoever, Hicks, I guess, pinch ran for... No, they're showing Hicks on first base. What the... What? Why did Hicks not go? How do you not steal as the trail runner? What are you doing? Giancarlo could have done that. What are you doing? Oh... Oh, Jesus, Hicks. You saw Boone shaking his head. Hicks has got to go, man. But a sac fly will tie the game. Can't hit into a double play here. Here's the 1-1 to Donaldson. Fouled away. I feel like I've been almost out of the box the whole time because I'm watching the game on a different monitor. Let me scooch the monitor over a little bit. It's still a work in progress over here at NYY Recaps headquarters. I'm baffled as to why Hicks... I think Hicks missed a sign. Pickoff throw to first. If he got picked off, I would have written him a strongly worded letter. 30-30 he wants to have. 30 steals, but can't steal second on the trail end of a double steal? Are you kidding me? Trash. Pure trash. 1-2 pitch. Up and away. 2-2. What do you guys think Donaldson's going to do here? I'm thinking Donaldson is going to hit a sac fly. Anything but a double play. And would prefer not a strikeout. Got to get that run in. They're throwing a lot of pickoff throws over to try and check on Hicks. They know he's in trouble with his manager if he doesn't steal second base. Honestly, I would play Judge in center most of the time. I love this package of Judge, Stanton, and Gallo out there. 2-2 pitch. Cut on and miss. 98-mile-an-hour fastball above the hands.
I just can't do it, Captain. I'm doing time for power.
That'll bring up Gleyber Torres, one of the most clutch Yankees this year in a key situation. Gleyber's 0 for 3. Runner goes. And now Hicks takes second. So now a base hit will probably give the Yankees the lead. It's important to get him over there, so nice job for Hicks. He only needs, what, 25 more stolen bases, something like that? (1-0). And Gleyber almost falling down when he swings. I hate when he does that. Look, trying to pull the ball. I don't blame him on trying to pull it, but that was too big of a swing. Swung too hard. Don't need to swing that hard. Clay Holmes warming in the bullpen. (1-1). Hendricks steps off.
That would have been a home run.
10:03 in the East. Yankees threatening here. And Gleyber takes a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. That was a good pitch to hit out over the plate. And he took it. But Hendricks is a closer. Going to have to come in for the 9th, even if he gets out of this. But the Yankees have the tying run 90 feet away. This is an important run. Be a 1-2 pitch. Fastball at 100 off the plate. Nice take from Gleyber Torres. I've got a button to add the most recent comments, so I'm going to start hitting that here. It'll be a 2-2 pitch. Caught on and missed, 99 miles an hour. Gleyber Torres strikes out. All right, guys, back to the classics. I'll be back in a few minutes. You guys sick of that theme song yet? I know I am, but got to put it on while I stretch. Tough at bat for Gleyber Torres there. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Both teams with 8 hits, but the White Sox leading 2-1. That was a tough one. Clay Holmes in the game. Bounce back to the mound. Catcher pops out, makes a play. Nice play by Higgy. 1 down. All right, go ahead and hit me up with that AMA. Let's kill some time. We got, about an inning and a half left. Whatever you guys want me to pontificate on, I'm here for you. Yasmani Grandal stands in. Fouled away. Fritz brings up a point. If we go to the extra innings, Hicks is going to be hitting for Stanton, but that's still the move. You got to run for Stanton there in case there's a ball in the gap. And putting in Hicks allows you to just put him into center field and slide Judge over to right. So that's what it is. But good night for Giancarlo. 0-1 pitch from Holmes, fouled away. Clay Holmes just looks like a baseball player. Kind of looks like Greg Bird a little bit. Holmes comes in with a 0.54 ERA. Laura says, what are your thoughts on trades this season? Do you think they'll move anyone by the deadline? It's too early to say. I think they will do something. They'll try and bolster whatever they need to at the deadline, but so much can happen between now and then. Tomorrow I'm having the guys from the 4 Train Savages on to talk trades. That's going to be our podcast episode on Monday's episode of The Freeze. So we're going to talk about who they're looking at, who I'm looking at. I still like Benintendi over Gallo. I like Jesse Winker if the Seattle Mariners fall out of it. Winker's got a lot of power. He doesn't strike out much. He hits from the left side. Not a great defender. As this one is a ground out to the second base side shortstop. Lori C says she wouldn't be surprised if Gallo goes at the deadline. Me either. I just don't think he's a great fit for New York. Jordan has a 10-foot python named Tinkleberry. I can't imagine having a pet snake. That scares the hell out of me if it gets out to strangle me in my sleep. This one is grounded through the right side for a base hit for Pollock. Laura V likes Winker. Yeah, Winker, he came from the Reds. He's off to a bit of a slow start in Seattle. Seattle is not a good hitter's ballpark by any means. I think they even moved the fences in once or twice. But Seattle's off to kind of a slow start. They're down to the Mets tonight, 3-0. Top of the 9th, you got Joey Gallo coming up, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and then Kyle Higashioka. I wouldn't mind seeing the Yankees get another bat off the bench. I think that Miguel Andujar is being misused. I think that they could probably move him. He's a National League DH if I've ever seen one. But I think the Yankees like his bat in case there's an injury he can fill in. 1-0 pitch. Strike, 97. Lori C says she likes the outfielders in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I like Brian Reynolds, but he would cost so much. I actually like Ben Gamel, former Yankee. He's a pretty good player. Dion says Sean Murphy would be a good upgrade. I could see that. Tough to change catchers mid-season before, but I've seen the Yankees do it before. They did it with, they added Pudge Rodriguez. Jordan has a friend who's a black mamba. Yikes. I can't imagine. My uncle kept a rattlesnake in his house in Alabama, and he had to get rid of it because the neighbor called the cops and said she was having bad dreams. It'll be a 2-2 pitch to Angle. Cut on a miss, 99-mile-an-hour sinker. And the Yankees will have last licks coming up. Well, not last licks, but their last chance to tie the game or go ahead. Here in the ninth, 5-game win streak on the line. Let's watch a little bit more Monty for the last time tonight. Jordan Montgomery. Bum, bum, bum. All right, we are back. Liam Hendricks still in the game. Joey Gallo leading off. Gallo. So, if the Rays lost, the Yankees won't lose any blood if they win. I mean, if they lose, but they could extend it to 5.5 with a win. First pitch is inside. I would love for Gallo to connect right here on a monster home run. Another show I've been watching a lot of lately is This Is Us. That's ending. I know it gets a reputation as kind of a chick show, but I freaking love crying. I think it's fantastic. Hendricks cuts on one, or Gallo cuts on one and misses. Running out of steam here in the ninth inning. Oh, I'm going to take off my hat. This is the anti-rally cap. I'm always self-conscious about my hair because I never know how to comb it. One pitch is 99 and up out of the zone. Come on, Joba. Come on, buddy. Chapman warming. Joba in here to root for the Yankees here. It'll be a 2-1 to Gallo. How nice would back-to-back home runs be? Gallo cuts and misses 99. We're going to open it up back to the public for the last inning here, just for fun. Get a little momentum going here. All right, we're opening it back up for the public here. Little Yankees rally. Gallo. Full count. Nobody out. Hendricks on the mound. Fastball outside. Great at bat from Joey Gallo. Takes one just off the outside corner. We are opening it back up for the public because we need that momentum. It was getting too quiet in here for the ninth inning. Yankees down by 1. They have the tying run on base. Let's get the rally going. Let's get some music up in this place.
That would have been a home run in any other ballpark. I'll tell you what, that wouldn't have been a home run in any other.
Here's Kiner from left. Could use an extra base hit from him. Fouled away. It'll be an 0-1 pitch to Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Line drive, base hit to right field. Gallo rounds second. He will head into third. It is a clutch base hit for Isaiah Kiner Falefa. And the Yankees have runners on first and third with nobody out here in the top of the ninth. Got a little rally going. First and third, nobody out. Hendricks choking. Looks like he has an apple in his throat right now. Higashioka comes in. He's 0 for 3 on the night. He has never faced Hendricks in his career. I don't think he hits high velocity all that well. First pitch to Higgy. Runner steals second. Nice job by IKF. We're opening this back up for non-members just to enjoy the ninth inning as the Yankees build a rally. Second and third, nobody out. IKF picks up a big steal. That takes the double play out of play from the Department of Redundancy department. Nice base running. Got a chance to win it right here. If you can bring in these 2 runs and then shut it down with Chapman, snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. 0-1 pitch is a fastball inside corner for a strike. Strike 2. Eric C. says, 9th inning magic coming. I agree. 0-2 pitch. Takes what should have been strike 3, but gets the call. And it is 1-2. I'll take a single right here, guys. I will sign up for a single right now. Should have been a strike. This one is hit to left field. Not deep. Gallo tagging. Catch made. Here's the throw. It is. Cut off. They go to third, and they get Kiner-Falefa going to third. But the Yankees tie it up. That's actually kind of a smart play by Kiner-Falefa to draw the throw. Yankees tie the game. I don't know. Well, I think he would have been in there, and you don't need to give up that out at third base. Get another look at it now. Catch. The throw would have been late. Nice play by the cutoff man to catch it. It looked like it was Moncada. He was serving as the cutoff man. He caught it and flipped to first base, or to third base, sorry, for the out. Nice throw by Pollock, though. DJ, half swing at a fastball. He went around. DJ LeMahieu needs to turn on one right here. Takes a slider low and away, 1-1. So Hendricks blows the save, but the Yankees have a chance to win it here. Swung on and fouled away. Could use one of those opposite field, just over the wall home runs from DJ LeMahieu right now. Eric C. with the drop says, Monty off the hook with the for the loss. James says, why would IKF do that? He might have been trying to draw the throw. He might have thought that the runner was throwing, or the guy was throwing through, and he might have been trying to just get an easy bag. As DJ strikes out, we will go to the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees tie it up. And we're going to go back to the highlights. See you in just a minute. John Daniel Munoz says, that was a pretty bad play from IKF. I'm kind of torn. I actually want to hear what Boone says about that. Because on one hand, you don't want to get thrown out there. But on the other hand, drawing the throw is helpful because that ensures that you score and tie the game, which is, if you don't tie the game, you lose. They're going to break it down according to Michael Kay. I want to hear what Michael Kay has to say. He says that they weren't drawing the throw. Well, it is what it is. You know, I'm with Dion. I think that you draw the throw there. He's trying to be aggressive with his speed. If he ends up being safe, then, it's an awesome play. But they got him by a nice play from Moncada. Aroldis Chapman in the game. He's 8-8 in save opportunities, 0.79 ERA on the season. This is not a save opportunity. Lori C says Anderson on deck. He kills the Yankees. How crazy would it be if he walked off on his walk-off bobblehead night? Oh, man, I don't want to jinx it. So stick around after the game. We're going to do a little box score recap. It's going to be a slightly different recap than usual. We won't have any highlights, but, we'll do a little post-game commentary. Kay says it was a terrible base running maneuver. I don't think it was terrible. It wasn't great. You'd like to get judged to the plate, but this one is fly to right center field. Hicks calling for it. Makes the catch. You don't have Stanton's bat in the game anymore because you had to pinch run for him, as we mentioned. So next inning, top of the 10th, the Yankees are, if there is a top of the 10th, the Yankees will come up with Judge leading off with a man on second. You'll have Judge, Rizzo, and then Hicks. Anderson 2 for 4 on the day, hitting .333. Ames says, question, let's say it goes to extras. Do you walk the leadoff hitter to make it first and second and get the double play situation and force at every base? I don't understand why more managers don't do that. I would do it. Yeah, 100%. That's a great question. I got to say, that bobblehead is pretty cool, and that was a fun game. This one from Anderson hit to center field. There's a base hit, his third hit of the night. But you'll take a single, keeps him in the ballpark. You got Moncada coming up. You got to be careful with Moncada. It's cool to watch the bat bend in these super shot slow-mo videos. Moncada homered earlier. Thick with 2 C's. Moncada with 2 C's. Chapman tries to pick off the runner, but he gets back. All right. Chapman, another fire to first base. Anderson gets back. All right. 1 out. Moncada at the plate. First pitch from Chapman. Fouled away. Just missed it. That was a foul directly back. That's what happens when you just miss it. 97 miles an hour.
That would have been a home run in any other ballpark. I'll tell you what.
0-1
that wouldn't
pitch.
have been a home run in any other
Outside. 1-1. Nice play by Higgy. That looked like a splitter that kind of got away. You could see it kind of tumbling. Splitter's a tough pitch to control. Chapman not sweating as much as usual. Be a 1-1 pitch. Two and one. Pitch is down. It'll be a 2-1 pitch to Moncada. Cut on and missed. Nice breaking ball. That was a splitter with a ton of bite. Eric C. says, if the Yankees win this one, they are really good enough to go all the way. This is the game where champions fight to win, and I 100% agree.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Two-two pitch. Just missed with the splitter. It was a good pitch. That was a good pitch. Just, 59-footer. Jones P says, why don't we ever give Monty run support? It's a mystery. Could use a strikeout here. Good man for it. It'll be a 3-2 pitch. And he walked him. Matt Blake will make a trip to the mound. He said, you're good. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Get a strikeout or a ground ball, and you're good. Chapman catches a lot of crap for, being 8 for 8 in saves and having a ERA of, what is his ERA right now? 0.77. You would think that he was awful. You guys would have hated John Wetland. Or Rafael Soriano. I don't think Chapman's that bad. He's a little wild. I don't like pitchers that are that wild, but, for the most part, he usually gets it done. It'd be nice if he still threw 103. Could use a little double play ball right here. What you need is for Anderson to try and steal third and for Higgy to gun him down. That's what you want. You got to have a chance with this Manfred runner. One out. And Chapman bounces it. And, Anderson is just in Chapman's head right now. You see him dancing off a second. And Chapman is not focused. Two 2-0. Gus says he cannot find the dish. I mean, you're not wrong, but most of the time he's pretty automatic. I mean, he's having a tough one. Yankees have won 5 in a row. He hasn't pitched much because they've had some blowouts. And, when you don't pitch in a while, sometimes your command can be tough. Nobody warming in the bullpen, so this is all on Chapman. 2-0 pitch. Missed outside, and he's all over the place. Let's keep it positive, guys. This is rally time. Three-one pitch. Grounder. That's through the right side. Judge is up with it. Here's a throw. And he is safe. And the White Sox win this one. The White Sox walk off the Yankees. Five-game winning streak snapped. No joy in Mudville tonight. It was a ground ball through the right side, just to the right of Rizzo. We're going to put on the box score here in just a second here. All right, so let's get to the recap. This was a tough one. Bum, bum, ba-dum. All right, so let's look at the box score real quick. I'm going to save this here. Yankees, obviously, too many men left on base. The number that jumps out to me right away is 17 men left on base tonight. Dallas Keuchel started this game, and when you look at his ERA coming in, it was 6.5. And now it's down to 5.54 after 5 shutout innings, shutting down the Yankees the way he used to in years past when he was with Houston. You look at the order, and 2 guys had multi-hit games. Stanton was 3 for 4. He's swinging the bat very well. He's up to 300 on the season. And you got Kiner Falefa, 2 for 4 tonight. Had a big clutch single, but also got thrown out on the bases in kind of a perplexing move late in the game. So tough night for the Yankees, unfortunately. And they fall 3-2. Let's go ahead and get the sad noises out of the way. Where's my sad noises? There we go. Montgomery tonight, 4 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. So, he hung in there, but he avoids a loss. Yankees did have that minor comeback. Chapman picks up the loss. And Rolando says, I'm sorry, but Chapman has got to go. That's the first, time he's really had a bad outing this year. I mean, he's got a 1.54 ERA, and there's a tendency of Yankees fans to want perfection every single night, but it's just not realistic. Everybody's going to have bad nights, and even Mariano Rivera had bad nights one time, and I know it's a bad look for me to get on here and defend Chapman, but he's been really good for us this year. And, that you're not going to win every single game, and the White Sox are a good team, and they just flat out outpitched the Yankees tonight. Keuchel was phenomenal, throwing the sinker inside, outside, bottom of the zone. Had the changeup working. The White Sox were putting together good at bats against Monty, but the Yankees pitchers also stranded a lot of runners for the White Sox. Looks like the White Sox left 17 men on base as well. A lot of hits in this game for a 3-2 game. That might have been the most boring 3-2 game I've ever seen. But once again, no run support for Jordan Montgomery. Well, thanks everybody who joined the watch party. We are over 3 hours now, so I am unfortunately going to call it a night and go soak in this loss for a while. The Yankees play at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Nasty Nestor on the mound. No recap. I take Sundays off, but I'll be back Monday with the Orioles. Thanks to everybody who joined, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'll see you next time.